You got spare game codes or any digital goods? There is a place you can sell them in less than 1 minute. Watch. Go to G2A.com. Click Start Selling. Fast login. Go to My Account and click on Selling tab. Sell new item. Enter name, code, set a price. And done. G2A.com Digital Marketplace. Global selling simplified.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this best of 3 between E-Frag and SK.Gaming. If you tuned in for the first map, you obviously saw E-Frag take DE Inferno, which was their map choice, 16-6 against SK. And we're going to be going to the second map very shortly. This is obviously the Train, SK's map pick. So obviously you'd expect SK to have hopefully a little bit of an advantage here. But again, E-Frag, a lot of people do think they are the stronger team. If we had a look at the stats earlier after the before the first map, and it seemed like it was a 60% to CSGO Lounge, if I'm correct. And HLTV was a little bit different, but most people apparently think E-Frag are going to win, and it seems like definitely from the first map that it's going that way. And again, we are going to be starting very shortly, but I'm here with Harry. Say hi, Harry.
How's it going?
Welcome. And what are your expectations for this game? What do you think is going to happen, really?
Well, you know, as we see in that first half, E-Frag looking really strong, and if they can start off as strongly as they did back on Inferno, then I suppose we might see it leaning towards them. Although don't forget, this is SK's map choice, so really it's anyone's game. I don't think you can draw on too much what happened last game, seeing as that was also E-Frag's map choice. But you know, currently things looking fairly comfortable here for E-Frag. Their aim and their actual plays as a team looking very strong. SK looking a little bit shaken. Hopefully the morale isn't taking too much of a toll after that first after the first map, losing 16-6, of course. But you know, they've got a lot of potential to bring it back here. We might be seeing Overpass, the third map, coming into play if all goes right.
Yeah, that's. I think it's a possibility. But let's hear. What do you think are what's your score prediction for this game?
Personally, I do see E-Frag taking this one, and I reckon it's gonna. But I reckon it's gonna be a lot closer. Maybe like a 16-13 scoreline.
Okay, that's maybe doable. I'm thinking more. Again, I'm thinking E-Frag will take this. I'm thinking more 16-9, 16-10 possibly, but it's hard to say really. I haven't seen too much of SK on Train, whereas I have seen a lot of E-Frag on Train, and they seem particularly strong on it. But again, SK's map pick, you know, who knows what could happen with these maps like Train and Overpass that are very new, or at least the rebuilds of the maps are new. You do see teams like SK and E-Frag, you know, learning them, trying to get them kind of perfected. So they can beat other teams on them that may be better on other maps like Inferno. So it could go either way, but at the end of the day, I think 16-9, 16-10 to E-Frag. So probably similar scores, really, in what we think. But yeah, we are going to be going live very shortly, guys, so to be sure to stick around for now. Also, for those wondering who just joined the stream, if you just type !score in the chat, you will be able to see the score. E-Frag did take the first map in this best of 3. Yeah, if it goes to Overpass, you know, judging off what I've seen of E-Frag's play, if SK managed to take this map, if they go to Overpass, I'm gonna, you know, E-Frag should take Overpass very convincingly. E-Frag, a very strong Overpass team from what I've seen at least. And
yeah, you know, I mean, I've seen a lot of E-Frag on Overpass, and in my opinion, they are the stronger team there. So, you know, if they can gain the momentum this game, if they do find a victory, if they can make it a particularly overwhelming one, you know, to kind of raise their morale or hit E-Frag's, then, you know, they might be able to do something. But I think E-Frag are probably going to take this. Whether or not it's in the second map, that's going to be decided now. But you know, my prediction, like I've said, a reasonably close scoreline, but with E-Frag taking the victory. But you know, this is CSGO, very important thing to remember, and you cannot count anyone out just yet. Anything can happen, and that is so true, especially at this level of competition. So, you know, I'm eagerly awaiting the start of this game.
Yeah, definitely true, and some of the players are going to be ready up right about now. The CT side is ready on E-Frag, and SK just got all their players in the server, so obviously must be deciding some kind of pistol round strategy, depending on their side. Obviously you want to do that before the game, not in the 15-second buy time. And we're just waiting for SK to ready up, and then we will be going into the knife round, guys, so stick around.
Actually, I think you'll find that in matchmaking, I'm a silver 3, and I'd always do it in the 15-second buy time.
Oh yeah, no, that would make sense.
Yeah. But that's probably why I'm silver. No, I'm just kidding. I'm global. But shh, I'm not one. I am terrible.
At least we have something in common. And let's just hope SK don't go silver 3 and they don't choke this half, you know, they really need the pistol round. I think if SK get a nice lead, it could go their way. But again, it's going to completely depend on the side. Really, Train is known to be CT sided, so you know, with the wide open spaces, a lot of auto snipers on the CT side, you could do some serious damage. And here we go into the knife round, finally starting. Welcome for those who just joined. This is E-Frag versus SK.Gaming in the best of 3, and we are in the second map after E-Frag taking DE Inferno. Their map pick 16-6 and finally going into the knife round. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'm Hugo. I'm here with Harry today, and here we go, knife round going live. Yeah, I'm not really one to tend to cast knife rounds. I'm not too much of a fan of that.
Me neither. I mean,
yeah, it's more fun to just watch it and kind of see what happens. I don't think there's any knife round strategy from what I've seen.
although, you know, Katie and Lee's using these ladders, they are great fun to mess around on these knife rounds. Yeah. I mean, I've done all sorts of Matrix level stuff on them. And, you know, just dreamer here, Cadian. A little bit of decoy damage as well.
Won't have any too major problems, really. It's just a one right click away at this moment. They're just kind of baiting each other. Tensky get very confident that they're going to win. No, the decoy pretty much killed him.
There's 59 minutes left, so I say we just sit back in our seats and get ready.
Yeah, I've got a drink, I've got some food, you can just, you know, relax here, watch this knife round. It shouldn't go out for too long, maybe 38 minutes. No, Cadian gonna take the knife round. SK gonna take the knife round there, and I imagine they're gonna be picking the CT side, but again, you know, they could stay. It depends, really. And there, yeah, SK going for the switch, they are going to be going onto the CT side. So more of an expected result. You know, sometimes you do see teams on their favorite map pick the side, the least favored side, which is usually the T side on most maps. Yeah. So they have some kind of strategy they want to pull out really quickly and get an advantage.
That's infamously a sort of NIP kind of game to play. Is taking the slightly weaker side. The theory being, of course, so, you know, then you can kind of get a foot in the door and also kind of warm up yourself properly to how the enemy are playing by the time you switch sides around. But anyway, we're going to be going into the pistol round now. Fairly standard buy here for both teams. We're going to see full armor on E-Frag. So that kind of implies, you know, they've just been going for this. Nothing too strategic because they're very void of any sort of utility. And just a smoke on 10-ski here for SK.
Yeah, what's interesting to pick up on the fact that E-Frag have gone for this full armor buy, but they're so split up around the map, they are just playing a default at the moment. So they obviously haven't got any kind of serious strategy. They must be playing off some kind of pick-based strategy at the moment, hoping for some aggression from SK.Gaming. If SK don't give them any aggression, don't give them the early frags, E-Frag might struggle a lot here. This is one of the problems with not buying nades on the pistol round. Full armor not always work in your favor, especially when these Glocks are such close ranges. And there we go, Cadian picking up the first frag there onto Spy Leader. Is going to come out on top there, and no trade frag coming out from E-Frag. So SK just kind of want to sit tight with this. They are going to be double peeking Cadian, getting ready to do that, and nothing peeking out. As E-Frag rush up towards the A side. Nice position here from Bubble's going to do some damage. We'll finally manage to find a frag there onto Cadian, and that's a nice refrag by E-Frag. It seems like they've turned this around completely, and this full armor buy somehow has worked out. And now they've got the bomb down. Tensky down to 2 HP here and upper, and they know his position, meaning Bubble is going to pick up yet another frag. They're going huge at the moment. E-Frag just have so much damage onto SK, and Tensky has really got no chance to do anything. They're just kind of jump spotting him at the moment. They know he's there, and Vix is just waiting for him to peek. And there we go. He's going to peek, going down, and even just a silly with this horrible situation to reload, Victor's going to come out on top. And E-Frag taking what I thought would be a very hard pistol round for them. Very convincing one. Classic E-Frag style, just, you know, rush out onto a site without a pick when you're a man down and somehow take it. And they managed to survive there with 4 players alive, so despite losing one of their players quite early, they came out top, and E-Frag obviously going to be going for this full buy here, second round, as SK decide to force it out with free saving for this AWP. Bubble again picking up a Mac 10, so he's going to be able to do some eco damage with this, pick up the $600 kill bonus with that, and SK don't have armor at the moment apart from Freeze and Cadian, and you know, the Mac 10's not too good against armor players, but really they're just getting shut down at the moment. Victor taking out one there on A upper as some aggression comes out from Massilian, and if they're just playing slowly at the moment, they're not going to want to rush onto a site in case it's a stack, and SK.Gaming are just baiting out one of their players, and is actually getting disconnected here from the CT side. Not too sure what the issue is with there, probably just rejoining in a second, but again, passive play from E-Frag, just waiting for an early pick.
Yeah, well, you know, looking at how they're set up here, very heavy presence over on A, which is a fairly good read here from SK, as it does look like E-Frag going to be doubling back round towards the A site. They've done a little bit of damage over towards B, but that was just all part of the fake, although they're going to be playing right into SK's hands here. This is going to be the best chance SK have to kind of take this round. Tensky does go down now, and now it's just Kadian and Freeze left alive. No armor on these players, but they have got that scout, so you know, if Kadian can pull off some shots, might be able to pull something out of this one, but doesn't look like it's going to go down that way as Freeze does get dropped, and Kadian's just be looking to save the scout at this point.
And just jump scouting and B, trying to pick up a headshot and maybe pick up an AK to save, and he's going to get some damage down to Bubble. Not going to manage to finish him off though, as Bubble comes in with this Mac 10, wanting to find the frag. And again, he knows Kadian doesn't have armor, and they know he's low because they've tagged him, so really no chance for him to do much if he does decide to peek once again. And there we go, Spidey's going to spot him out. Scout not going to manage to do anything. Somehow he's just re-peeking. I'm not sure what this decision-making process is. Spidey is going to come out on top there, obviously. And there we go, the round will go to E-Frag, and SK are going to have absolutely no money now. So again, this is when Bubble comes into play. If Bubble just rushes onto a site against these USBs and maybe P250s if they do get one on freeze, he could do so much damage against these non-armor players.
Yeah, that of course is going to build a huge economy as well on Bubble right there. That's a good kill reward for each kill as well. So that'll be the AWP money.
Look at this B-Rush from SK.Gaming, though, just pushing straight up into the upper. Victor is going to come out and take over 4 frags, and Spiley just stealing the ace. This is going to be a full mowdown for E-Frag, not even losing a single player, and losing, you know, what, 50 HP combined there onto E-Frag. Sorry to cut you off, but that, you know, I was hoping something could come of that. But SK, no, they weren't able even to get a single frag, and Victor obviously playing very largely, and they just, you know, putty in his hands. And look at this AWP finally on Freeze. He's going to find that, and not an AWP on E-Frag side, however. Freeze just wants to get an early frag into main here. He's going to be spotting it. Nothing coming out of it just yet, and at the moment E-Frag just playing passive once again.
Yeah, well, looking at the setup right now, they've still got players over towards the A-bomb site in position to kind of catch anyone playing overly aggressive. We've got Bubble up here boosted, watching A main. Doesn't look like he's going to be spotting any sort of aggression right now. And then we've got NKL watching for the push down Ivy. No aggression coming out here though from SK, playing a very, very passive game right now as Bomb is up near Pop Dog, I believe. And it doesn't like it might be a B push coming out here, as we are going to see the guys from A rotating over towards B. And it's all going to come down to Vasilian here with the M4A4 to hold off this push.
What's important to note is the fact that the SK aren't going for that aggression like you mentioned, mainly due to the fact that they don't have the nades, you know, the flashes to pop flash away into sites or to pop flash away into the T openings, simply because they force bought second round. So that's a very good thing to pick up. And there we go, E-Frag flashing the players out from the inside. That's going to be Bubble as Victor. Entries here, running through the smoke. Look at the hot frag. Tensky there with the trading config, also following up with one of his own. The Molotov will hold them back for a bit. And look at the HP now on E-Frag. It's so low. 2 of the players sub 30 HP, and although SK are quite low on config, they have got 3 players on almost full HP, so this could definitely be a retakeable situation. Bubble's going to find one, he will go down there to KD, and now only 2 players are left alive on the T side. And look at this, he's just completely leaving the site from NKL. I'm not sure what SK are doing really. They're saving in a potentially doable round.
Yeah, not too sure about the call here. I suppose you have got Freeze who's around the low HP, and he's going to be looking to save that AWP. But Kadian and Tensky definitely could have done something here as NKL. Only 9 HP, and then Spiley to 86 with the Galil. Not really the sort of gun you're going to want in this situation up against armored opponents. But they do manage to hold on to this round as a result of SK looking to save. I think maybe at this point, the mentality, they're just playing a little bit too passively now. We were talking about how they're not kind of matching the aggression of E-Frag. And that's even more apparent right now with how they just played out that round, saving when I really didn't feel like they needed to.
I definitely agree. You know, they ran away from Connector after losing some HP on Freeze, and it was just kind of a situation where, like, you know, you have like another 15 seconds to just rush inside. You've got kits to work with as well, so why not go for it? And for some reason, some kind of missing communication error, or just a simple, you know, unconfidence in their play style as SK. I'm going to go for it. There we go. Victor just making work on the A side. We'll pick up 2 frags early. And again, this is just E-Frag's style. They're just flashing through smokes and running straight out onto sites. They're coming out on top. You know, Victor just doing what Victor does. As Config does have 1 frag to rebut with that, but flashing through the smoke, Bomb is going to go down. He's going to notice that, and Config is going to struggle here probably to retake this site. He has got 2 players on the side. Vasilian coming out from CT spawn's going to find one, but they don't know the positions of the last two. And you can see it's Sicilian just checking every single angle. Has no idea. They must have an idea, at least a guess, but it's not going to be anything in the long run. And only Spy Leader's left as the bomb does get faked. It should have been stuck there. There been an easy retake, an easy defuse there, and Sicilian faking the bomb once again. Looks like he's actually going to stick for it, but no, Spy Leader coming out on top, managing to pick up that double kill on that 1 versus 2. And again, look at the Sicilian there. Really, he had control of the bomb. He could have just stuck it while his teammate baited him out, but again, a bad communication error or something teamwork-wise, and E-Frag will come out on top. Spy Leader clutching that 1 versus 2, and we're going to go into the 6th round, and SK are going to force up once again.
Yeah, that's at this point, it's really feeling like a bit of a mental mind game going on. When we're seeing, you know, SK really lacking the confidence and morale to be kind of one-upping their opponents. E-Frag here, and E-Frag on the other hand, talking of confidence. I don't think you can get more confident than some of the plays you've been seeing Victor do. Just pushing through smokes, flashing his way through, and he's just catching SK off guard. They seem to think that smokes are walls at the minute. At least that's what it's looking like. SK just really struggling to find a foothold so far in this game. E-Frag 5 rounds on T side, and of course, Train considered to be rather CT sided. This is fairly significant for the rest of the game.
Definitely true. I think key word here is tilt.
Yeah, and that is the key word actually. SK.Gaming might be seen to be tilting a little bit right now. Is a result of the rather significant loss back on Inferno, or because this is their map and they're already 5 rounds down on the stronger side? That's kind of to be decided. But taking a look at this round in particular, we're going to be seeing a really heavy Ivy presence. 2 guys pushing down, 1 inside of Pop Dog. It is going to be looking like an A, judging by the positioning of E-Frag here, as we're going to be seeing them pulling back from the good damage exchange by Cadian with a nice aggressive push there. He does find 1, and then he puts down Bubble to 24 HP. That's what we mean. We need a little bit more aggression here out of SK. Maybe some more confidence going. Really nice kill there by Tensky onto Bubble. And now Bomb trying to push site. Freeze with the AWP kill. Suddenly it's a 2 versus 4. We have seen E-Frag come back from things such as this, and suddenly Dreamer puts it into a 3 versus 2 with Bomb planted. This is not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, especially with how low HP Tensky is, only 26 HP. He's missing that shot there, not quite what he wants, although he does find the one through the wall. He misses the easy one and gets the hard one, and now Bomb's being defused, and Dreamer not in a good position for it. Freeze does find the flick, and there we go. That's going to be the first round on the board for SK.Gaming, as they do manage to win that 3 versus 2 plant scenario, only losing 1 man, and I believe that was Tensky. He was low HP in anyway. So, you know, that was fairly good. Freeze does manage to pick up 3. Good job there from him, justifying once again why he's the AWP for this team.
Yeah, that looked like a really E-Frag round at the moment. You know, they had it in a 4v2, which is, again, you know, not a great amount of advantage at all, but they somehow turned it around down to a 2v2, and then, unluckily, Freeze, or luckily for Freeze at least, luckily for SK, Freeze came in with a nice double kill with that AWP, so all played by Freeze there, and SK, again, obviously managing to get their first round. But look at this money, you can see Cadian here. Despite winning 1 round, they're not making a lot of dollar, and SK, you know, sorry, Cadian here is only on this 5-7, on this CZ75 here, and SK looking at 1 frag onto Dreamer is going to be punished for it though, as config does go down in his favour, and now Tensky's down quite low HP. He needs to straight out. It's going with Cadian, he's very close by, but look at this, Bubble and NKL just pushing out. It just seems like, I'm not sure what SK are doing at the moment. E-Frag, which is completely destroying them. Only Freeze is left with the word to say as Sicilian is put down to 7 HP, and if he can pick up an AWP kill, maybe he can do a little bit of an economical damage, but with the amount of time left and the positions by E-Frag with the Sicilian saving, to add on to that, it seems like Freeze is just going to want to get some exit frags, and I'm honestly not sure what SK are doing at the moment. You know, no Ivy control, lost that complete flank there, and it seems like they're losing easy gunfights or just not playing map control correctly. And the Sicilian finding that frag onto Spy Leader there is still one coming from behind. That's going to be Bubble, and I don't think they're going to be able to chase him out now. He's going to finally drop down that ladder onto B, and they have no idea. Victor not going to be getting away to save his armor there, save his weapon, sorry. And Bubble finally running out through the B upper, sorry, taking out a Sicilian, and only Freeze saving his weapon there. So SK again taking it and not doing too well. If you look at the scoreboard real quick, you can see E-Frag built up that money by getting 5 rounds in a row, and then obviously SK losing 1 means their money bonus is going to be reset after after winning, if that makes sense. You know, down to 1,400 loss bonus means E-Frag are going to be looking really good at the moment. SK are going to have to eco with basically no money to work with, and Freeze is their only chance of a kill this round pretty much.
We've seen Freeze do some amazing things in the past, but you know, it's essentially going to be a 1 versus 5 this round unless good damage can be done by everyone else. And it's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination for SK to come back from this one, but how things are looking currently. It's not looking too good. Let's take a look though at E-Frag's positioning this round. We're going to see two players watching the push from Ivy and A main, and then the rest just kind of hanging around inside of toilets over towards B. And over here on B is only a Cillian with the USP beside him, so it's not really the ideal gun to hold up a sight. And now smoke's coming in. That is indeed the signal that it's going to be B. I'm going to be seeing a full rotate probably coming out here from SK because they've got nothing to lose. But no, rather passive rotate. They're not being too careful not to over-rotate here as they do sneak out onto the B bomb site. But now suddenly it should be glaringly obvious the way lifted through the smoke. Config does do very good damage there. And he pushes through. That's a very E-Frag thing to do, and he does get punished for it. Config goes down, and now it's a 3 versus 2. A little bit of a header there on the grenade. Great play.
But look at the HP on E-Frag. You know, one nade would do so much damage to take out a couple of players. KL finds ahead of SK.Gaming, and then Dreamer also follows up with one of his own. Freeze being, again, the last alive is going to have to say this. E-Frag, you know, a lot of players quite low there. It looked like it was doable for a second, but again, they do have the superior aim at the moment with these AKs over the pistols, helped by E-Frag, and helped by SK, sorry, and Freeze is going to be shut down here as he does find one to bubble, but there's two players coming out from behind. I don't think he's realised this. Still NKL and Dreamer to deal with, and there we go. Dreamer also going down. NKL still hasn't punished him, and he's just going to run around the corner. Little bit of time left. He's going to do some damage, but oh my god, look at Freeze. Just surviving there with only 5 HP, and it seems like he must be upset about that one. That's going to be a pretty close frag, and E-Frag, regardless, are going to be up to 7 rounds, and they really want to take the AWP out of Freeze's hands there, but he's going to save it for this round and buying up nades to deal with as well. I'm going to drop a weapon for a Cillian there. And yeah, really, E-Frag looking like they're going to take this half very convincingly. 7-1 already, and SK, you know, if they lose this round, they've got nothing once again. They're going to have to either force buy or eco so they can get a couple of AWPs. I think maybe if they took a couple of auto snipers, they might have some possible chance of taking some rounds, but really they're just losing these aim battles and they're not gaining enough map control on the CT side. They're not, you know, not that they should be aggressive, but they're losing positions and not trading a man over to it at least. And E-Frag obviously coming on top of them, dominating.
Yeah, well, another issue is when you look at it is that E-Frag not doing anything particularly like tactical on the grand scheme of things, just kind of doing pushes onto sites, and they're just winning these aim duels against SK players, and SK really struggling to find a footing so far with only 1 round on what's considered to be, you know, by many the easier side. And it looks like it's gonna be a few smokes out onto A, maybe just for that as a fake here, but they do fake B actually. And Cadian and Cillian fighting 2 frags. Things are very doable this round as it gets put into a 2 versus 4 here. 3 men still on the A bomb site as a 4th rotates in from B. And then we're going to be seeing a Cillian flanking around from the A bomb site. 1 versus 2, this is possible. With
Bubble has no idea. Yeah, Bubble has no idea where Freeze is, and Freeze is just going to punch him with that AWP. And SK managing to achieve yet another round, but again, this is a similar situation. If they lose this, you know, they've lost the money bonus that they were getting prior to this, and they'll be back down to 1,400 loss bonus, so they'll have basically no money next round. If you have a look at what they're buying at the moment, Cadian with the max of 1,600, everyone else less than 1,000, so SK really need to pick up a couple of rounds at least on the CT side, a couple of rounds more in a row if they want to have any chance of taking this off. But aggression coming out from E-Frag, a couple of flashes and smokes going towards Ivy. They are going to be pushing out. Just Freeze here, trying to fight off with the AWP. He's not going to manage to do so as the smoke does go down, and E-Frag obviously just running through the smoke, taking control of A. And look at this position already by Spylead, who's actually pushed out on B. So aggressive, they have no idea. He isn't going to check us back though. Cillian is going to find a couple of tags onto him, but nothing too much so far. Victor obviously pushed out onto the A site, going through that smoke, and it seems like SK are actually rotating their players over to B. So maybe a bad decision at the moment, as the bomb is still around Pop Dog going towards A. Dreamer coming out of main, we'll find Config, and now the rotate should come in from the CT side. They should be pushing a couple of players over towards the A site as Freeze. Let's take NKL and Spidey and takes out Cadian. So a lot of trade fires coming out as Spidey with a nice fake peek is going to confuse the AWP of Freeze, and Cillian does manage to take the bomb here at Pop Dog, and only 36 seconds left on the clock. Cillian could definitely hold this, but Tensky coming out from behind and Connector actually might have a really nice position to work with this. Do some damage, but no, he's going to go down there to Victor, and a nice round by E-Frag again is going to prove exactly my point. SK having absolutely nothing to work with once again.
Yeah, that round, Spy Leader playing a pivotal role to the success overall, getting onto B and just, you know, messing with the positioning of SK, really getting them out of position, over-rotating early on to try to compensate maybe for the lack of rotates earlier on in the rounds. And as you saw there, it just opened up the whole of A bomb site. Cillian did manage to get that bomb down, but wasn't able to do anything with it. And that's rather disappointing. That was fairly, you know, it was looking all right there for SK, right up until the bit where all of them died. So now we're going to be seeing what looks to be another B push. That Molotov does get down on the B. And we've got players once again lurking over towards Ivy, waiting for this push and A main, as they've been doing every round so far. And it does look like we're going to be seeing a few peaks coming out here from Config. And will Bubble be able to find him? He does do a little bit of damage, and that does dismay the peak, so he's going to be falling back now. And they do get the information, though. But sadly, I think they may have picked the wrong round maybe to go aggressive on. They haven't really found anything that can counter the same strat that E-Frag have been running for these last couple of rounds. And it's really showing at this point. Tensky does land a shot through the smoke, though, and it doesn't like the B push isn't going to be happening just yet.
Yeah, this is just going to be a cleared up round pretty much from E-Frag. They have lost one player, that's Spy Leader, but by and large, they're not going to lose him anymore, I can imagine. And Cadian, with the only chance of actually doing some damage here, he has got a pistol to work with, and this Zeus could be pretty key as well, but E-Frag not going up towards him. Bomb is going to go down the A site, and he's still lurking here. So if he had a kit, maybe a possible ninja, but nope, that's not going to be an option here, and not going to leave the bomb with 10 seconds left. He's just trying to wait for an E-Frag moment to push him at the moment, so he can actually pick up a frag. But realistically, E-Frag are just going to save these weapons. Cadian's going to go down with the bomb, and Freeze is going to save this AK, hopefully. So at least they have something to work with next round, and if he can just buy up armor to go along with that, he could be able to do some damage. But again, E-Frag up to 9-2. But interesting here, Tensky is just saving his USP. No armor, nothing. No reason to save. Could argue that he doesn't want to give them any, you know, $300 bonus by running out and dying, but with the economy of E-Frag at the moment, there's really no reason to save a USP. If he had armor, if he had even a nade, that might justify it, but a USP? No. Just run into a site, try and get some damage. $300 is going to do absolutely nothing to help E-Frag at the moment. They built up such a nice bank, they won't have to eco for the rest of the half pretty much. As long as they get a couple of bombs down. And SK, again, going to be buying up here. We are seeing Config with this AK now instead of Freeze from saving it, and going to be going quite aggressively towards the B upper. Nade coming in. He isn't going to take too much damage as the flash also follows up. And there we go, Victor finding that frag. He's going to put the advantage onto E-Frag once again.
Oh, but Cillian here pushed in a great position, does manage to catch. If he could just find the damage on the Spy Leader, but not quite. And now suddenly that whole B-bomb site has been opened up, causing a rotate in from Tensky. And it's a 3 versus 4 here, as both Tensky and Cadian rotate onto the B-bomb site. But it's looking like it's going to be A. And Freeze here, just lurking outside of A. He's going to be the one to get the information here about this push. But how it stands right now, really good read here from E-Frag, faking the B-bomb site. And it just seems like SK really struggling to kind of read what E-Frag are going to be doing on these rounds. They keep over or under rotating, and it just seems to be like, tactically, E-Frag are definitely the wiser team as it stands right now. Looking at this, bomb's going down on A, and suddenly you're going to realize that so many...
Yeah, it's just, sorry, just to butt in and see what you picked up there, but Cadian, you're just saying that, you know, they're not thinking about this. The bomb went down and he just rotated towards B until Tensky had to call Yo Cadian and say it's not B. You know, they just don't even have the map control to even realise that E-Frag were on the A site there, and well, actually not going to find the frag. Spy Leader instead, leaving just Tensky alive. And again, you know, these are just, you know, known as zero impact frags. Tensky's going to find one, but by and large, that's going to do absolutely nothing to E-Frag's economy. They've got another round in the bag, and 10-2 at the moment. Plenty of money to work with. Tensky basically not affecting the game at all with that frag. It's so unlucky. SK really don't have much of a chance to do anything. But did you crash just there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It sometimes
so
happens. Yeah, anyone on GoTV will crash. It's an issue. It happens quite often. So we're just going to go back into the server, guys. I'm sure our observer has probably crashed too. It happens quite a lot, and we'll be sorting out that again. So 1 second. Let me know if you need the IP or whatever. Yeah, but this happens. But again, E-Frag up to 10-2 already just shows that SK kind of have no chance at this point. You know, we predicted high scores for SK simply because it was their map pick, but probably not too wise as E-Frag do kind of destroy this at the moment. And Not sure if Zoba's back into the game just yet, but we are going to see Bubble take out Config there. Config gets quite aggressive on this eco. Tensuke obviously having the only weapon for the CT side, and E-Frag a bit low on HP, could possibly go down here, a couple of other players, but Bubble with a really nice position. Freeze doesn't even notice him, he just walks below him, and what was that, Freeze? He completely saw his rifle, and Bubble is going to take him out there. So again, advantage are going towards E-Frag once again, and only 2 players left on SK.Gaming, and that's just going to be Tensuke with this M4, who will hopefully be able to do a bit of damage. He could definitely take out NK on Bubble here, or both low, but hit him with his 5-7 and this Zeus still. Not a whole lot he can do. Alien going quite aggressively up Pop Dog. This could be very interesting. The players are rotating and he could capture one off guard, but he won't check his back and he's going to go down there 10KL. Only Tensuke left. That's so unlucky for him. And Tensuke again just trying to go for some exit frags or some, you know, as we said, 0 impact frags. He can't win the round. He's got no kit, no time, no nades, and he's alone in a 1 versus 4. And I'm going to try and get a shot from Dreamer, but Dreamer will prevail there, and E-Frag up to 11-2.
Yeah, at this point, our predictions could not be more wrong. SK really falling behind right now, late in these rounds, and just struggling to contest with what E-Frag have been doing. E-Frag doing a wonderful job, of course, of playing the sites, playing the rotates, and just, I don't know, everything about them currently just seems to be so on point. Their managing of their economy and whatnot. It's just going so well currently for E-Frag, and I don't think necessarily SK are playing bad as such, but it's just that they're struggling to compete right now with some of the stuff that E-Frag are doing. The really high levels of aggression and lack of info seem to be putting SK a bit of a disadvantage, but it looks like this round they've got into it with a lot more confidence, finding those the AWP kill and a kill on a Cillian as well, putting this immediately into a 3 versus 5. We have, however, got full nades and utility still alive on the T side, so things are by no means over just yet, and with enough money to waste, they will be going for this.
Yeah, definitely there's no reason to save in this situation at least, and working their way towards the B site here, all 3 players grouping up, and not making any sound either to give SK kind of anything to work with. They have got 2 players over on B, so SK is playing a 2-3 stack, and they are actually going to push Freeze over, and again they are getting a lot of information, so this is a good play by SK. Tensuke with a really nice position can catch a rotate from E-Frag at least, and you must know they're going towards the B site at this point. Cillian, you know, holding the blue train on upper, going to be watching, going for some shots, will actually drop down, not going to move around too much as Freeze does come in from behind, picking up 1 frag with the AWP on Dreamer, and only 2 players are left alive on E-Frag, and this is going to be a really hard situation. It's very unlikely they're going to do this, and Cillian will go and get the frag onto Spy Leader, leading just Belville in this 1 versus 5. He will pick up 1, but Freeze shooting him out through the smoke is going to be an E-Frag. Finally lose a round, SK up to 3 rounds now on the CT side, and again, this map being CT-sided, E-Frag obviously being T-sided, I still don't see this going in the way of SK anytime soon. I don't think they're going to have much chance, especially not if they lose a pistol round the T side, and we're going to go into the last round of the half now, and obviously E-Frag putting up such a nice bank, not going to go for an AWP, just going to stick with an AK. I don't think I've seen E-Frag take a single AWP in this best of 3 so far.
Yeah, well, you know, AWP's famously kind of, especially now, post-update, used in a rather passive way, and I feel like it would slow down their aggressive style currently, so, you know, if it isn't broken, don't fix it, and I think that's very much the view of E-Frag here, so we're going to see, that's going to be Victor and Spy Leader pushing towards the B-bomb site. No damage exchange just yet, a little bit onto Spy Leader from a Cillian, and a good nade there, but then Caden finds NKL, and as well as that, he does take down Dreamer, so suddenly it's a 3 versus 5 again. And, you know, they're peeking out for this information, something we've been saying this whole game. They've been getting the info, and then they've been playing off of that with this little bit more aggression. And it's been doing them so well. 3-11 currently, and looking to take it to 4-11 for the second half.
Yeah, I know. It'd be good for SK to get its forward. It seems very likely at this point, but you know, realistically, are they going to have much chance on the T side? I highly doubt that. E-Frag, again, T side is team, but, you know, definitely never count them out on CT side. They're very strong, and again, this map being CT side gives even more advantage to E-Frag here, and Bubble's going to be pushing out of A main here, just setting up a more flash. And Spy Leader also coming out from behind. We'll find 1 to 10 skin. They don't know the reposition of Config, so this is really good play by Config. Just getting come from below and getting some damage off. Won't actually find the frag. He's going to go down there to Bubble, so this round is still a 3v2. Spy Leader finding yet another one to freeze, and could this be an incredible 2 versus 5? And Cadian will not let that happen. He wants to find 1 frag, and then Cillian will come from behind, getting 1 of his own, and that's going to be the round to SK.Gaming. So that's the half, 11-4 to E-Frag, and SK gonna need the pistol round here. They're really gonna need it. We are going to go into the second half here. If we just take a quick look at the buys. You're going to see 4 armors on E-Frag side, on the CT side, 1 nade by with a kit as well. It's going to be a spy leader instead of NKL, whereas SK go for a very different buy, 5 armors, which is the same as E-Frag did on the T-side pistol round, but SK not playing a default, not spreading out around the map, just going for a full IAV rush here, full aggression, just rushing straight up Bubble, trying to challenge it. Still not match allowed a single shot. Finally, Tansky going to find a shot to NKL. There we go, Bubble with a refrag. He's going to pick up 3 headshots. This is incredible, Bubble. What are you doing? And there's going to be nothing that E-Frag can say. Sorry, SK can say as E-Frag take that round very, very strongly. That's twice we've seen Bubble pick up a 3k headshot pistol round.
Yeah, Bubble just went phenomenally well there into that. And they did all try to push him, and it was a really nice push. They all went for the trades while he was trying to reload, but he does manage to get that clip back in time, and then he does find 3 heads in what was just a magnificent spray there with the USP. Looking at this round, SK now, they are going to be on the back foot here, force buying, and they're going to be heading towards B. Just a flat-out rush, and Dreamer's not here to get the information, but he will hear that bomb going down any minute now, and he's going to be calling the rotate over from the A bomb site.
Yes, Tansky responding there onto Spy Leader, but Dreamer coming in with the rotate. He is going to manage to pick up a nice double kill on this round. Should definitely go to E-Frag here. They have such an advantage with the amount of players, and Config is stuck on the A side here, being warded off by Bubble, so only 2 players left to defend this bomb, and now only Freesh alone to defend it. Only 16 HP is going to drop down off the ladder, will go down there, and that's going to be the round to E-Frag again. So up to 13 now against SK, 4 and Config. Going to find a frag with a pistol, not going to manage to stop the bomb diffuser. And if he got 1 more kill, you know, if he stopped the bomb diffuser, that would have probably gone to SK because there wasn't a lot of time left on the bomb.
Yeah, well, just looking at that round, you can draw so many contrasts to how E-Frag handled that. They were in that 4 versus 1, and they were just defusing, and he did manage to peek out. He did find 1 kill, but they were so confident that their team would be able to eliminate him before, you know, they stopped the defuse, that they just, NKL there just carried on defusing. And when we compare that earlier on, where KDM did stop defusing the bomb because he wasn't confident his teammate would be able to kind of watch out for him, it just kind of shows you the different morales right now on the 2 teams.
Yeah, definitely. And SK obviously having to full eco means E-Frag are going to be able to pick up this round very, very easily. I can imagine, you know, no armor on any of the players. Config has got that deagle, as well as Tansky, but yeah, this is just another delayed win by E-Frag, I think, at this point. You know, if SK are playing passively, it's just kind of... I don't want to put it harshly, but it's a waste of time. They've got close to no chance here, and Molotov going to force a couple players back in A main. If they could grab a couple of rifles and maybe save them, that would be good for them, but very unlikely as Bubble does find a frag, and Victor also follows up with 2 of his own. Bubble actually on a 2k as well at the same time. Freeze going to have nothing to say with that Glock, and going to be yet the next round to E-Frag. 14-4 now, and SK are finally going to be able to buy up after getting the bomb down on the, I think it was 2nd round? Yep, 2nd round. Yeah, finally with the buy, Freeze is going to pick up an AWP on the T side, which we didn't see E-Frag do at all in both maps, in Inferno and Train. So finally the first AWP on the T side here, towards Connector. Finally the first frag onto Spy Leader, and could this be the start of an incredible comeback? Who knows? Unlikely, but not out of the ordinary. We've seen stuff like this before. Tansky works his way out. Ivy will find 1 frag onto Bubble, and now the advantage is definitely on SK.Gaming. Tansky looking to follow up with a frag onto Victor. Victor will peek out into the flash there, only 50 HP after that nade, and if Tansky peeks out at the right time, he could definitely come out on top here as Sicilian works towards the B side. Tansky, nice headshot. Sicilian dropping down into Connector, into Pop Dog, sorry, his Dreamer is left in this 1 versus 5. He does obviously find 1 headshot, but still 4 more to go, and this is very unlikely for him. Reload is going to come in, but he's not going to be ready as he pulls out his knife just before Sicilian peeks. And that's just CS luck there. That bad timing is going to mean Dreamer will go down, and SK getting a much needed round on the board.
Yeah, definitely. SK, they're looking like a whole different team. Unmatched aggression. We haven't seen them push anything like that. Well, it was really weird. It was kind of like a passive aggression. Not in the sense that they're always kind of slightly angry. Just how you know, they got the peaks, they got the picks, they got the information, and they played aggressively, but then they didn't overextend themselves, something that we've seen them do a couple of times. That was a really good job there, and it does get them that 5th round, but at this point, you know, they're going to need another 11 without E-Frag even getting 1. A nice boost, though, coming out from Freeze. A little bit of damage there onto NKL, but no kills, sadly, there for the T-side AWPer.
true, and this low HP on KO could mean a lot as Cadian does take him out, down towards A main, and it's now equalized into a 4, and 4 is Freeze can be going up towards Ivy here, followed by Cadian. Cadian actually back it off now, going towards B with the bomb, obviously where the rest of his team are, and Cillian and Config both around Pop Dog here as we are seeing, sorry, who is that? That's Victor there, also in Pop Dog, holding it from lower, so if they decide to drop down, Victor should be able to come out on top here, but on player pushing towards Ivy makes me think, are they going to be going towards A?
Yeah, they might just be looking to do maybe a B fake here, or alternatively, they might be trying to use Freeze here as some sort of lurk player, just to try to draw attention onto the A bomb site. But with an AWP, I don't have to be the ideal weapon to be doing this with. Or if there is someone you'd want to aggressively peek these angles, it would be Freeze. But he does find the kill on a bubble there. Pushing out into the B bomb site. Nice read here from SK, but they have got that player coming in from behind. And now suddenly it's just Dreamer alive left on site, with Victor coming around from the back.
Yeah, but Config will shut down Victor there. Finding out Dreamer after finding one frag as Victor comes in from behind, picks up one frag, but still 2 more to go. The position that Freeze is going to be, he's going to come out on top there. Victor going down, and SK, it could be a comeback, but see, it's very unlikely. I think at this point, you know, E-Frag only need 2 rounds. They are on CT side as well, so they have a serious advantage there. And again, this could be the eco that gives SK a little bit more money to work with.
Still though, SK currently defying all expectations. A lot of people, including myself, thought that this would be over as soon as it began, with such a strong lead by E-Frag and winning that pistol, but they've made a job of it yet. They've won, of course, 2 rounds in a row, and they're looking to get their 3rd here, as we do see E-Frag on an eco. But as we've seen in the past, E-Frag by no means weak whenever they're ecoing. As a matter of fact, they do sometimes come out even stronger on an eco than they do on a full buy. So you know, I'm waiting with bated breath just to see how the fate of this round is going to pan out.
Yeah, definitely true. E-Frag, though, I don't imagine they'll have much to say about this round, really, with only PT50s. If they had armor to work with, you know, we've seen the famous E-Frag armor pistol buys, and they seem to come out on top most of the time, but bomb going down towards B as they stack the A site means they're going to have to either just save these PT50s, which I see to be very unlikely, or try and get some exit frags, which is probably what they're going to want to do. E-Frag being a very aggressive team, especially on the CT side as well as the T side. Yeah, look at this complete shutdown here. All the players going down. Victor is actually going to manage to retrieve an AK, but I don't think he's got time to save. Ominous just going to go off into, yeah, he's going to go down to the bomb there. SK losing, winning it another round up to 7 here, so maybe it could go to 16-10, I could be right, and then, you know, you'd have to buy me a cookie or something for getting the score prediction, but
yep,
the moment E-Frag, yeah, that's the rule, but E-Frag are going to be buying up once again, and Famas on AKL, but not a lot of nades to work with definitely could be an issue for E-Frag. You know, it's hard to say, because E-Frag aren't a team that require nades to win rounds. They just win rounds, and sometimes I have no idea how, but you know, nades can always have like a good config. It's just going to push out onto B, and what is this? He finds 2 instant frags. That's headshot onto Victor as well, and he's going to get the bomb down, so SK looking good, and Spy Leader will come from the flank, picking up 1 frag, and KL also getting 1 as well. And Asilian, what is his team play? Asilian has no idea Spy Leader is still an upper, even though it was just called a matter of seconds ago, and finally Freeze is going to be checking that angle, and that could have been completely turned around just due to lack of communication. Config should have called that Spy Leader was upper, and Cillian just holding his knife out. I'm not really sure what he was doing there, and Freeze trying to clear these angles with this AWP is going to fire the shot onto Spy Leader, so that's a very big kill. It's now a 2v2, but with only 50 seconds left on the clock, and Tensky on the wrong side of the map means he needs to regroup very fast and try and get the bomb down, or at least find the last 2 remaining frags of E-Frag side.
Yeah, that round looked so promising at the beginning there with Config getting a really nice double spray, but his team unable to pick up the pieces there as they do get onto that B side and they do get taken down. Of course, Spy Leader doing a great job. And now, here we go. We're going to see SK trying to get play for this bomb, and Tensky does get around the back, but well read by Bubble. Really nice shot there, though, by Freeze onto NKL. He was just trying to play it safe, and now 13 HP left alive on Freeze, although he has got this AWP. And if anyone can make this shot when they need it the most, I would say it's him.
Oh, but just seeing his leg through the smoke there, Bubble will come out on top and get that frag, and that's going to be the round to E-Frag. 15-7 now, and Getting very, very close to the end as we go to match point. It'll be interesting to see if E-Frag decide to take this AWP. I hope they do on the CT side. You know, there is a lot of, you know, positive to having an AWP on CT on train, but no, he's just going to stick with the AK-47. Obviously, he's confident with that, and they have got the rounds to work with, so maybe they just want to have fun and not in the mood for the AWP today or whatever. But regardless, E-Frag is interesting. They win the round, but they still have to buy up Thermoses because, you know, the amount of money they have to spend on nades and kits and everything like that. So 3 Thermoses, 1 AK, and 1 M4 to work with on E-Frag's side. And SK, again, obviously going to be able to buy up 2 AWPs so on the T side. This can be very interesting with KD and Freesh. KD going to find that shot there. This bubble is going to be the advantage for KD and for SK.Gaming as Freesh also follows up. And this AWP just seems like a really viable weapon at the moment for SK. It seems like the only thing they're getting entries with, really. And He's just waiting for Victor to peek. Victor will peek and he's going to go down for that. So only 2 players left on the E-Frag side. This should be an almost undoable situation here for E-Frag, but a nice position for Dreamer is going to mean he's going to be able to get 1 kill. Turning around, will not find a second onto Vasily, and only a fan of set on Spy Leader with a smoke to work with as well. These could be very difficult for him. Pop Flash is going to go out for SK.Gaming, and Spy Leader trying to run through the smoke, but he's going to get shut down by KD. And so SK.Gaming up to another round. It's going to be 8 on the board, and E-Frag again are going to have to eco, so SK should be up to 9 here fairly easily without too much rebuttal from E-Frag.
You're really hoping this goes to 10-15, aren't you?
I'm
So
really
I have to
hoping
buy
it
you
goes to
something.
10-16, yeah. That's a rule.
Let's not forget that my prediction of 13-16, although it's very unlikely, it could indeed happen. As we see here, SK looking really strong, like an entirely different team almost than E-Frag.
Yeah.
Just failing to kind of deal with the aggression that we've seen here.
Interesting to pick up, because if you look, E-Frag, if they had ecoed that round, they would be able to buy up next. However, they've gone for the force buy, meaning they won't be able to buy up next round. So if they do lose this round, which is looking like it's going to happen at the moment, they will be down to 9, and then another eco down to 10, and then, you know, it's getting close to getting up to 13 rounds, so I wouldn't count yourself out. You know, that force buy is probably not the best decision, but E-Frag have the rounds to roll. At least NKL is going to pick up a nice double at CZ. I'd love to see that in action, but only going to go down even just Victor alone in this 1 versus 3. And again, probably going for exits, trying to find some equipment to work with. Maybe save it for next round would be fair enough, but Tensky, nice position. Somehow Victor comes out on top there, but Freeze is just holding the angle and he will finish him off. And that's going to be the round to SK. So yeah, it's getting close to 16-13. That definitely wouldn't count it out, but
yeah, we might see things going to 10 here, and that means that, you know, you might be right if E-Frag can then wrap it up shortly afterwards. But as it stands right now, SK just looking like an unstoppable force of nature. Suddenly, as we come into the second half, they've really came in their own, and we've seen Freeze especially, along with Tensky, just opening up these rounds so well. Freeze making great use of this AWP, as we've seen.
Oh, Freeze, nice shot there onto Bubble. Is going to put the advantage early in the favour of SK here, and we are actually seeing a nice position from Dreamer if you just have a look at him in upper. Freeze in his chair, and we'll have a nice view onto the A side, but again, only a PT-50, not very good at range, and the bomb should be able to go down very easily here for Asilium, but he's not going to be planting actually at the moment. Finally going towards the back of the site, and Dreamer's going to actually come on top with that shot there, and that's 2 versus 3, and they have actually got access to the bomb here, but Dreamer has no armor to work with, and oh my god, actually finding that headshot onto Freeze. What is happening, E-Frag? They're going for the full eco, and somehow they're already down to a 2 versus 1, and Config is last alive here. Doesn't know the Dreamer is coming out from behind. The Dreamer's going to get some shots off. Not going to actually manage to finish him off, and Config down to 28 HP. Still doesn't know where he is. He's going to reposition, and the bomb is able to be taken here by Config. But look at this damage from Dreamer so much, and Config has no idea. Look at this. Spidey is just coming from behind. I doubt Config would expect the double A main push, and he's actually going to take the bomb and go towards the B side. But I think Spy Leader has realised this. Actually go towards Pop Dog, and no HP on Config, but again, in a 1v1, he only needs to land a few shots onto Spy Leader on 65, and a nice bomb plant position means Spy Leader can't stop this, and it's going to give a little bit of an advantage, if anything, to SK. A Pop Flash coming out, he has no idea of where his position is. Just had a footstep, I think, of Spy Leader as well, and this Molotov as well to follow up. Spy Leader has no idea where Config is playing, and going to fake the bomb here, no kit to work with, and Config's going to come from behind, and that's going to be the round to SK, so a completely backwards round. SK forced into a 2v1, and somehow Config will take it, and it's going to be another round to SK, so up to 10-15. And let's just hope E-Frag take this round so I win.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to admit that you're right, but it's really starting to look like it could go that way. I'm hoping, you know, the SK, of course, they pull through and they win another round just so then, you know, at least you were wrong. You know, as it stands right now, it's not entirely out of the question. Force Spike coming out from E-Frag for the most part, very little utility, and FAMAS over there on Bubble. So, you know, not looking too great. And then that opening pick there onto Bubble by Tensky. Quickly returned over by Victor onto SK to even out the numbers again, making it a 4 versus 4.
Yeah, and low HP on Victor isn't looking too good. He's going to be holding Pop Dog here, and the HP on SK is quite high in comparison. This config is getting ready to peek out here, but who's going to come on top, really? He's going to spot Victor, but Victor's somehow going to take him out, not even getting shot once as Alien does work over on onto Dreamer there towards the A site coming out of Ivy, and it's a 3v3, and SK it's just getting map control, but E-Frag are very aware of this. We saw SK in situations like this on the CT side, and they were seriously struggling when they didn't have control of the map. You know, when they were down a few players, they didn't know what they were doing, they didn't know what they were watching, and they would seriously get punched by E-Frag, and KL spotting Freeze there will do some damage. Freeze has an idea of where he is, so and he's going to go back towards Pop Dog to get that bomb as KD takes out Victor, and it's looking close at the moment. It could go either way, really. And I think, you know, with only 10 seconds left, they are going to manage to get the bomb down. And I think NKL, with this position here, it looks like this round might go to E-Frag, really. He's picking out quite aggressively. He does manage to take out Freeze. Now only Kadian's left alive with low HP, and NKL's going to reposition. Kadian missing all those shots, and that's going to be the shot by NKL, managing to win that 16-10, and that's going to be this best of 3 done in favour of E-Frag. 2-0 on both maps, DE Inferno and DE Train, not managing to go to DE Overpass, and that's going to be E-Frag winning the Global Offensive Championship League Season 2 match for today. Very impressive play by them, though. It did manage to get quite close, and you know, SK managed to do some work on the T side. Somehow, you know, people are doing well on the T side today. So whatever, we'll just count that as an anomaly, and there we go. E-Frag winning 16-10. So again, Harry, you do owe me a cookie or something.
Yeah, I do.
Buy, so
yep.
My prediction game is on point today.
I'm gonna get on that. Chocolate or white? You know, what sort of chocolate are you preferable to?
White chocolate, because it's just it's so good at cookies.
You seem like, yeah, that's all good then. I'll get on that later.
Alright, great. So yeah, again, thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to check out our Twitters, we will be putting links in chat as a little bit of self-tweeting. I don't even know what that is. Self-promoting, not self-tweeting. I had the wrong word in my head. But there's my Twitter. I'm just going to put it in the chat if you want to check out Harry. His is also in the chat there. So be sure to check us out on Twitter if you want. You know, give us a follow. We will be live streaming a lot more, doing a lot more casting, and maybe some more work on Nit TV, which would be great as well if we can. But if not, be sure to check us out regardless. And I think that's all we have time for tonight. So again, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I've been Hugo. I've been here with Harry. Say bye, Harry.
Yep, see you guys later.
And we'll see you in a bit.